Residents in Zamfara state, one of the troubled states in Nigeria with frequent attacks on the locals by bandits, have reported that not less than 20 vigilantes were killed apparently in error by the Nigerian Air Force fighter jet on Saturday when a group of vigilante members gave a chase to invading bandits who killed and abducted a lot of persons, most especially farmers at Garin Mani, Maraya and Wabi villages in Maru local government area of Zamfara state. This, an apparent military insider news media, Zagazola, in its publication titled, Airstrike in Zamfara kills over 20 bandits, but claims vigilante casualties, released on Monday, claimed that only 5 vigilante members were killed because the victims failed to follow operational guidelines of military joint operations. Specifically, the probably pro-government and military news media stated that when the vigilantes were given signal to retreat, they failed to do so. According to the Zagazola media, the Nigerian army has confirmed that over 20 bandits were neutralized during a coordinated air interdiction operation in Maraya and Wabi villages of Maru local government area of Zamfara state, while 4 members of a local vigilante group were also affected in the attack. Zagazola Makama gathered from reliable sources that the airstrike, which occurred on Saturday, May 31st, was followed by a ground exploitation mission on Saturday by troops of 1 Brigade Operation Fansan Yanma to assess the impact and conduct clearance operations in the area. The sources said that the interdiction inflicted significant losses on the terrorists, including the destruction of their motorcycles and equipment. During the exploitation on June 1st, it was confirmed that over 20 bandits were neutralized and several motorcycles destroyed, the source stated. However, the source also confirmed that some number of vigilante personnel were mistakenly caught in the strike due to a failure to comply with withdrawal orders issued ahead of the operation. Unfortunately, 5 vigilante members were killed, while 2 others sustained injuries and are currently receiving treatment in the hospital. A few others sustained minor injuries and did not require hospitalization, the source added. According to field reports, the leader of the vigilante group has accepted full responsibility for the casualties suffered by his men, stating that they disregarded earlier instructions to withdraw from the outskirts of the village ahead of the airstrike. He admitted that despite being informed of the imminent air operation, some of the vigilante youths insisted on pursuing the fleeing bandits and were still within the target area when the aircraft struck, the military source said. Zagazola learned that the interdiction was part of intensified counter-terrorism efforts by troops under Operation Hadaran Daji to degrade the operational capacity of armed groups terrorizing communities across Zamfara and neighboring states. The sources said that the military has consistently warned local security outfits and civilian volunteers to adhere strictly to operational guidelines and instructions during joint operations to prevent unintended casualties. The latest operation comes amid renewed efforts by the Nigerian armed forces to stabilize rural areas ahead of the farming season and restore civil authority in volatile communities across the northwest. Sahara reporters also reported that the Nigerian military fighter jet has mistakenly struck and killed about 20 men of a vigilante group during an operation targeting bandits in Garin Mani, a village in the Maru local government area of Zamfara state. The tragic incident occurred after armed bandits attacked the village, killing several residents and abducting over 50 others. Mostly farmers who were working on their fields. Eyewitnesses said the attackers stormed the area on motorcycles around noon, shooting indiscriminately and causing widespread panic. In response, local vigilante groups mobilized and began chasing the fleeing assailants. However, a military aircraft deployed to the scene allegedly misidentified the vigilantes as bandits and launched airstrikes on them. "We were pursuing the bandits when we saw the fighter jet approaching," one of the vigilantes told BBC Hausa. "It flew very low and started bombing us. Some of us survived by pretending we had been hit. When the jet left, we got up and fled to safety." Another resident, who spoke on condition of anonymity, confirmed the incident and expressed disappointment over the lack of communication from the military. "We understand it was an unfortunate mistake, but the military should acknowledge what happened and reach out to the victims' families," he said. He also appealed to the government to deploy additional troops to the area, as the bandits had threatened to return. This is not the first time such an incident has occurred. In January, an airstrike mistakenly killed 16 people, including vigilantes, in Tungakara, also in Zamfara. Similarly, in December last year, 10 residents of Garin Mani in Sokoto state were killed in a misdirected airstrike. As of the time of filing this report, the Nigerian military has yet to issue an official statement on the latest incident. Sahara Reporter's news report ends in quotes. Abubakar Lawal, a Facebook user said, "You know what happened in Zamfara? If not, then let me tell you. Bandits attacked a village in Maru and abducted 50 people. Hearing this, the vigilantes went to rescue the people who were kidnapped, but the Nigerian Air Force had another plan. They mistakenly bombed the vigilantes, resulting in the death of 20 of them, and many feared injured. Now I have a question, since this is the second time this is happening. The Nigeria Air Force cannot differentiate between bandits or vigilantes, or is there anything they are not telling us?" Another Facebook user, Godeye Jr. also said that, "I don't see this as a mistake anymore. This is the 5th time, in less than 3 years, I think. How many more mistakes will they make before they learn? And nobody will be punished too. Take cover when you see military jets because anything can happen."
OsazuwaAkonedo, bringing you the news in a more digital way.